This is Finn at his most intense, his mightiest moments that made your heart skip a beat. Get ready to relive the electrifying thrill as we plunge into Finn's most powerful feats. This will leave you spellbound, so brace yourself for a wild ride as we dive into the heart-stopping, pulse-pounding world of Adventure Time. This is Finn like you've never seen before. But first, if you're new here or just like Adventure Time, please subscribe. It really helps me out, and it's free. But let's get back into it. So picture this. You're up against the Fight King, right? This guy's not messing around. He's got a whole gang of spooktacular gladiator ghosts. And let me tell you, this guy's definition of a fun time is a good old-fashioned beatdown. So how did our boy Finn, just your regular human kiddo, get himself stuck in this epic showdown with Mr. Scary Pants himself?
Hey, you hear something? Up there! We're back! Fools!
It's a story and a half, my friends. Finn and Jake, our fearless friends, are drawn in by the ruckus of battle and find themselves stepping right into the Vikings Gladiator Ghost playground. Next thing you know, they're caught in a twisted game of spectral tag, cornered by sealed exits and ghastly gladiators.
Then I bet the exits would all magically seal behind us.
You must fight my gladiator ghost.
They tried to do the old moonwalk out of there, but the thrill of the challenge was just too darn tempting. Smack down 2 gladiator ghosts? Check. But then Mr. Fight King springs a surprise. To leave, they gotta boot all his ghost buddies. Throw in a few mishaps, like Jake's hilarious plan of a flaming hula hoop for a morale boost, and it was game on.
But hey, if you replace me with a dummy, I could stay down here and dig for lava. Then I'd forge a molten hula hoop.
With every ghost beaten, they inched closer to freedom. But boy, this endless slugfest was putting a fire in Finn's belly. While Jake was busy playing with molten lava for his hoop, Finn was on a roll, giving every ghost a taste of his fish sandwich. But hold up, it ain't over. The Fight King throws a curveball. Jake's up next. But this curveball's got a twist. As the final face-off heats up, Finn's packing some serious punch. With the Fight King's magic sword, he could have turned Jake into a shish kebab. But nope, he smashed that sword to bits, and poof, the Fight King's reign was history. Turns out, Finn was playing a long game all alone. Couldn't tell Jake though, the guy's notorious for messing up plans. But hey, they made it. They kicked the Fight King to the curb and busted the ghost out, reminding us once again that Finn's got more than just muscle. The kid's got smarts, bravery, and a heart of gold for his buds. That's why his face-off with the Fight King is one of the most epic moments in Adventure Time. How's that for a wild ride? Yet, this moment pales in comparison to another confrontation of immense significance. A monster in a dad's dungeon. So picture this, a run-of-the-mill Tuesday. Finn, Jake, and their adorable sidekick Bimo are guided by a twinkling trail to a hollow message from dear old dad Joshua.
Dad!
Alright boys, now to give you some incentive, at the end of the dungeon I'm going to put the family sword. It's made out of demon's blood.
Whoa, Dad!
Surprise! He's got a dungeon with their names on, chock full of wild and wacky creatures. I mean, we're talking hot dog monsters and hamburger monsters here.
Dude!
Pretty wild, right? But hey, it's not just about who's got the biggest muscles. In the pedal-strewn flower pad challenge, Finn faces a harsh truth. Dad called him a crybaby. Now, Jake's been sitting on this secret for a while, and let's just say, it's quite the heart-tugger. And yet, despite the emotional gut punch, our heroes push on, even outsmarting some tricky fruit witches.
Finn, come on!
I'm gonna hang here with these fruit babes. They'll be my best buds now.
I mean, who wouldn't want to high-five these guys? Fast forward to the final chamber, and who's waiting? The big bad. The monster their dad was playing Tetris with earlier to fit into the pit. An evil monster. Finn gets a high-five from this monster to his face. And it's not just a physical sting. The hurtful words from his old man start messing with his head.
I can't, man! I suck! I'm a whiny baby and I'm fat and all those things Dad said about me!
But here comes the cherry on the cake. Jake pulls out a secret weapon. A final hollow message from Joshua. And guess what? Daddy Dearest spills his heart out, expressing his love and pride for Finn. Now that's the boost Finn needed.
I love you, son.
So what does Finn do? He grabs Dad's sword, faces the monster, and bam! Evil Monster 0, Finn 1. Let's be honest, the way Finn took down that beast, it was like watching poetry in motion. But more than a monster smackdown, it was Finn wrestling with his insecurities. Talk about character development. This, my friends, was one of the most legendary Finn moments in Adventure Time. Using their dad's spell, they send the demon packing and strut out of that dungeon like the champs they are. Victory thy name is Finn and Jake.
Man, Dad was cool.
Yeah.
Without missing a beat, we're swiftly drawn into another grand chapter of this saga, the clash of Finn and Jake. Remember the nail-biting face-off with the big bad at the farm? I bet that one has the old memory cogs turning, but hold your horses. We're not jumping into the action just yet. Let's set the scene, shall we? So again, picture this. Our dynamic duo, Finn and Jake, are having a blast on the cliffside adventure.
What you think?
I can make that drizz no problem.
When they bump into a bunch of rough and tumble marauders squaring off against a fearsome fighter, the farm. Intrigued? You betcha. They just couldn't resist putting their own muscles to the test against him.
What's going on here, tough boy? What is that huge dude?
And so begins a rigorous training montage, shaken up by a teeny bit of bickering over Jake's new obsession with a video game. You guessed it, Compy's Castle. What started as a mere disagreement soon escalated into an all-out brawl between the brothers.
Hi-ya!
Compy! I'm gonna break every bone in your body, then heal you later with that magical goo we got from the Cyclops' eye!
Ouch!
Phew, talk about family drama, am I right? After a heated tussle that could rival any WWE showdown, Finn emerged as the last man standing. Though both were pretty beat. Tired, but not defeated, they challenged the farm. And, spoiler alert, they were utterly thrashed and knocked out cold. Ouch. But wait, there's more. During their power nap, the Dream Warrior paid a visit, leaving behind some puzzling words of wisdom.
I have cheap cars. My cars are cheap. But they drive bad when I turn out the lights. These sweatpants have another name. 2 shiny golden apples, ripe enough to bite. That's all I gotta say for now. Get lost.
Which later turned out to be the secret sauce to defeating the farm. Crazy, right? Recharged and ready, they went all out on the farm, throwing all the dirty tricks in the book that they'd used on each other. Mudslinging, pants pulling, bun biting, you name it, they did it. After an adrenaline-pumping showdown, they came out on top, cementing their status as the ultimate brojins. What a rollercoaster ride, huh? Finn's undying spirit, mad fighting skills, and rock-solid bond with Jake were on full display. It was a grand spectacle that showcased how far Finn would go to win over adversity, even if it meant duking it out with his own brother. But hey, that's the charm of Adventure Time, right? Finn's rad moments are just getting started. In fact, up next is another unforgettable chapter, the confrontation with the giant worms. Remember when Finn, our main man, had to stare his worst fear right in the eyes? Well, if you didn't, let me remind you. One day, Jake stumbles upon the horror. Finn has got a gnarly rotten tooth. Dentist time, right?
Black.
Your tooth looks bad, dude. Smells like a garden shed in here.
Despite a hefty case of dental phobia, Finn gives a reluctant thumbs up, thanks to a bit of nudging from Jake and Princess Bubblegum. Now, who would have thought the dentist digs would be the ant nation? Well, in Adventure Time, it is.
Welcome to Dentist Cadet. I'm Lieutenant Gamergate. Snakes and rotten butter. A common mistake, you were expected to arrive with snacks and a flashlight.
Here, Finn gets drafted into an army duking it out with the gnarly oversized worms. His new pal in arms, Tiffany, his swashbuckling nemesis, who's got a murder plot up his sleeve. Over a fancy dinner of, well, sugar, Tiffany repeats his not-so-friendly plans, turning up the heat in an already sticky situation.
Yo, Finn! I'm gonna kill you!
But Finn, being the cool cucumber he is, shrugs off the imminent treachery and hones in on the beasties ahead. He's all pumped and ready to roll. Now for the big showdown. Finn and Tiffany rock up to the junction and bam, they're face to face with their worst nightmare. Massive, wall-smashing, howling worms. Toothache? What toothache? Finn goes all samurai, lopping off one worm's head while Tiffany takes a stab at another. It's like watching a ballet of bravery and strength as they smash through the wormy menace, proving that teamwork makes the dream work, even when you're not exactly buddies. But hold up, just when they thought it was smooth sailing, Mama Worm makes her grand entrance. Finn, surprised, takes a tumble into a pit. Tiffany is his only lifeline. Finn tries to play the friendship card, but Tiffany, he sticks to his guns and leaves Finn in the dust, who then gets swallowed by the big Mama Worm.
Look, you're on your own. I'm sorry. Catch you on the flip, I guess.
Tiffany?
But get this, Finn's fall triggers a worm barf reflex so intense that he spat out, crashing into a stalactite. This not only gives him an unexpected dental makeover, bye-bye teeth, but also takes out Tiffany. And there you have it, our main man Finn and his vulnerability, facing down humongous worms and a backstabbing buddy. This high-stakes face-off is a true testament to his unfiltered power and courage, sending shockwaves through the Adventure Time universe. You really can't make this stuff up. This is where we start to see the animation change in these fight scenes. They start to get a lot better in my opinion, but the echoes of this act of bravery would soon be outshone by another thunderous clash. The confrontation with Orgalorg, the Primordial. Imagine this, a world where the sky bleeds purple. Now imagine the Candy Kingdom getting an unexpected kabooming visitor, a spaceship straight out of the explosion.
What the? Why is it so purple outside? What?
Our dynamic duo, Finn and Jake, hop aboard this alien ship thanks to Finn's prickly mitt. And who do they meet inside? None other than the brainy green Gunter, who pulls off the mask to reveal his true, rather daunting persona, Orgalorg.
I am more than Gunther. Like a mighty chrysalis pushing out of a damp cocoon, I am Orgalorg!
This baddie destroys the ship, morphs into a giant jellyfish, and belts out his plans to wipe out planets. He tosses our heroes, Finn and Jake, into the cold, dark abyss of space. But hey, does that scare our brave Finn? Absolutely not. He finds his zen, sings a cosmic lullaby, and the universe sets him on a crash course with Martin's big, glowing moth. And though Martin is kind of freaking out and can't handle the moth, it flies straight into the open maw of Orgalorg, who then gobbles up the catalyst comet. And guess what that means? It's game time, folks. So what's the big payoff we've been chattering about? Well, our hero Finn leaping straight into Orgalorg's mouth with the goal to free the comet.
Hey, Dinglord! In the name of the universe, stop that!
And that's where we see some awesome metamorphosis. Finn's grassy hand becomes a snaky whip, cutting loose the comet from Orgalorg's grubby paws. And a jaw-dropping twist, the purple comet offers Finn a fresh start at life, but our hero decides to stick to his human roots, a choice that the comet respects. At the same time, Martin, his old man, seizes his chance for a cosmic do-over and vanishes with the comet.
Goodbye, son!
Bye, Dad.
With his dad gone, Finn and Jake hitch a ride back to Ooh on Banana Man's rocket, while Orgalorg tries a last-ditch attack, but Earth's gravity squishes him back into Gunter. With a victory lap back home, Finn proves he's not just a brave, strong kid, he's also wise, empathetic, and proudly human, promising us more wild rides ahead. How cool is that? However, among these adventures, one challenge looms large and unsettling: the elimination of Fern. Now, one average day of Ooh, Finn's just hanging out with his pals, Jake, Bimo, and Nepter, when suddenly, chaos ensues.
Nah, me and Fern are supposed to clean out the chicken coop today. And if anyone tries to stop me, I'll slash their flippin' faces off.
You see, Fern, cheekily masquerading as Finn, using his newfound shapeshifting tricks, whisk him away to some clandestine ruins.
I was thinking that instead, maybe you and I could explore some secret ruins I found.
Sweet! Maybe we can still catch up with Jake and Bimo, or maybe Nectar could come.
I was thinking maybe just you and me would go.
Yeah, okay.
It all starts off looking like a cool bro day, but soon spirals into a gnarly trap. Why, you ask? Fern, feeling all antsy about being a carbon copy of Finn, locks our guy in a treasure room. All alone, Finn's left with no choice but to bring out his one-of-a-kind weapon, his super cool bionic arm, built by Princess Bubblegum.
Hello.
Hi, Finn.
Displaying a wide range of morphs, from a fan to a microphone, and eventually a rock drill and weed whacker, the arm flexes its mighty power and flexibility, bringing us to the heart-stopping twist in our story.
Yes!
Breaking free from his cell, an infuriated and resolute Finn squares up against Fern. What unfolds is a testament to our boy's true mettle, spotlighting not just his slick fighting skills, but also his unyielding spirit and emotional tenacity. Even with a gnarly slash across his stomach, Finn holds his ground. He reaches out to Fern, giving him an out, a chance to quit the fight and come home.
Listen, we can stop this and just go home together. All this lying and fighting, it doesn't have to end like this.
But here's the kicker, a misunderstanding between Finn and his bionic arm. A quick switcheroo from finality to fatality that catapults us to the grand finale. In an electrifying flash, the Weed Whacker arm spears Fern, and the Finn wannabe goes poof into a puff of grass.
Finality!
Fatality!
So what's the takeaway here, my friends? This isn't just a thrilling display of Finn's brute force, but also a testament to his emotional courage and sheer determination. It's a moment that embodies the very soul of Adventure Time. Yeah, the fight was brutal, and the result a bit of a tearjerker, but it reminds us of the essence of Finn's character, his mettle, his loyalty, his dedication to keep his loved ones safe. And that's the deets on how Finn shut down Fern in one of the most epic showdowns in Adventure Time history. Now, I'm sure I've missed a ton of epic battles Finn goes on, especially earlier in the series, but I can't cover them all unless I make an hour-long video. Wait, oh no. But in all seriousness, if I miss some huge ones, please let me know in the comments and I'll make a part 2 to this video. But we've walked through Finn's greatest battles and trials today, understanding his strength, courage, and loyalty that define him in Adventure Time. Now, this might feel like we've reached the end, but remember, the Land of Ooo is full of surprises and adventures that are waiting to be explored. We might even see some good old Finn adventures in the new Fiona and Cake series. But remember to like this video if you enjoyed and subscribe if you love Adventure Time. But as always, my friends, stay adventurous.